Yeah, let's get it. Big versus OG. Oh, I'm excited, Hugo. I miss Pro League.
Yeah.
I love me a little bit of Pro League, I do. So let's take a look at this, right? We're straight into Overpass. You can see the odds there, leading this one in favor of Big. I think you'd be a fool to not agree with that, right? Sure. I think Big are definitely coming into this as the favorites, but if we've seen anything from 2021 already, it's that being the favorites doesn't mean much, mate, does it? Because, you know, Mother Rush is still there to absolutely wreck you at a lot of these events. Now, with none of that in the server this time around, it's actually going to be Tabson and Searson hitting the ground running with these USPs, starting the pistol round off nicely. They're attacking OG and T-Spawn, mate. This has gone completely awry for the OG squad, and Searson trying to be careful to not throw this advantage away is calling for reinforcements. The rest of the gang are now here with him, and Searson is in for even more. Alexi dropped at the last hurdle, and Big, that is a very, very dominant pistol round indeed.
Yeah, if that doesn't speak to OG's, you know, recent form, what does? Poor Alexi left alone in what was essentially a 2-on-4, trying to get back into B. They couldn't even take Monster, Harry. They couldn't even really get out of spawn. And man, we've been waiting all day for this big OG game.
Big OG game, yeah.
Searson looking damn good. That's what you like. And yeah, 3 kills on the pistol from him. It's going to be OG on the back foot. They barely get a run, whatever they wanted to run. Alexi was lining up utility. We didn't even see it thrown because of Big's aggression. And already coming into this with confidence is a good sign for Big, who have had their struggles as of late as well. But they know they're up against a wounded opponent in OG with a new player, a versatile player, sure. No one can disagree with that. But it will take some time to fit a guy into the roster. And Alexi, his bad luck isn't getting any better.
Last time I saw Searson on Overpass with the Scout, it wasn't the real Searson. It was someone fake nicking as him in a game of CS. But
he was pretty good with the Scout.
He was really good with the Scout. And, you know, regular Searson is also really good with the Scout. So he's opened this round up with a kill. And the Fami, they've chipped in around it. So there it is. Big 2-0 up. That little Glock round from OG doesn't get anything done. I'm pretty happy about that. You wouldn't want it to get anything done. And now you've got the investment, right? The initial chance to leap into this game. It's AKs out for OG. Not an AWP in sight. Just peace all across the map. That Scout is the only long-range weapon. Because Big, they're running a bit of a bonus round here, keeping 5 alive in the second. You know, they're just rocking out with the weapons they had. MP9, couple of Famises. Don't get much better than that. Nico getting aggressive over here in middle. Searson's Scout misses the first shot, and now they are right ready to go through that smoke. So he's got to be careful as he falls back towards the toilets.
Very important OG get on the board early here. Look at the space that Big have taken outside of Monster with that deep smoke. Keto has pushed all the way up. They now know this is unlikely to be a B play. It's got to come all from the water. And it's not like OG even have that info. They've lost the map control. So Big can start to stack the top site, but they do win the first fight as well. Searson with the Scout. Double tags into Issa. Nico's going to try and trade. OG are getting closer, but they're walking into the storm. The stack on this A site, it's not getting any easier. Mantu eats a bullet, and Zantares is caught getting aggressive. He wasn't ready for Nico to be up so deep, so in the blink of an eye, OG flip-flop and switch it back up. They take a round surely here, as Keto is so far away.
That's a little bit brutal, right? Big, they were in the right place. They had everyone there, and that's one of those rounds where at the end of it, you go, man, that was a bit of a throw, wasn't it? Like, you know, Zantares peeking it short, isn't ready for Nico to be so deep within the A bomb site. And now it's just left onto Keto in this MP9 retake, a 1v3. Odds really aren't looking good for Keto. He's more aware of that than any of us, as he's just waiting down here towards the dumpster.
I'm super excited to see what OG can bring into this map of Overpass, though. I agree, Big favorites. I agree, Big, you know, should be looking for the 2-0 here today. But for OG, this is a map that they've not really been playing all too much recently. They've not really been allowed to. And
Keto, they know.
Smoke falls short, and it doesn't cover the bomb. Even if it did, Mantu was there as a safety insurance.
He killed Mansu to the explosion, and that's pretty sick.
Worth it, right? If he gets an AK, imagine? No. But even so, yeah, like I was saying, it's not a map that we've seen OG on too much as of late. And back at the play-in for Katowice, you know, they didn't have a great time in the last few weeks, but they managed to get wins on this map against Liquid and Fnatic, 2 teams who do also play Overpass. So I'm interested to see if they can bring the heat against Big today.
All right, Hugo, shut your mouth and tell me about Nico. right?
Yeah.
What do you make of that as the temporary 5th man over MBK? I love Nico as a player, so I'm a little biased here.
I mean, as we saw Valde talk about in the interview, he's already played alongside this guy, so that's a nice bit of synergy. That's a nice link, right? And Nico's certainly a versatile player who can really do it all. When we saw him added to heroic at the start, he was a big reason that they rose so fastly to the #1. Oh dear, right now though, in the action, it's just trades all across the board in middle. Sisson's AWP gets away with 1, but it can't escape. And 2 players left up for OG. Familiar territory, but they did bail themselves out last time around, and Nico is trying to do exactly that, finding k1to up connector. Big seem very keen to pounce on their opponents when they have these advantages, and at least OG are playing patient enough that that does not work. Oh dear, Big. They finally pulled the brakes, and in the perfect position, Xantares lies in wait.
Yeah, last time, Xantares was the guy to give away the man advantage, and that was because he got too aggressive. Well, this time, he waits patiently, and both the kills get delivered to him. Big 3-1 up now, with 3 players staying alive. They put a stop to that attempt at splitting through middle and long. And all I can think about is, we've got k1to, we've got Nico. All we need is, like, Nico, Stiko, and Hiko, and then we would have one hell of a team.
That's a joke this time,
yeah, but I swear we could never get the full 5. I swear that was always the problem with that.
1 Stiko,
1 Hiko, 1 k1to.
There we go.
That's good enough,
yeah,
right?
It's close enough. It will work.
Stiko, Nico, Hiko, and k1to.
So what does Nico do in that team? AWP in-game lead?
AWP in-game lead, yeah.
Yeah, okay.
He's like the Fallen of this, they can be sponsored by like Cheerios or something, because it's like the O's, the Stikos.
Wow.
You market that as like the branding behind it. You buy Nico's at the shop, right? And it's like his face on an O.
Someone needs to give you a couple $1 million to get that sorted, Harry.
Yeah, or just give me a couple $1 million and leave it there, right? Maybe the cereal's sorted, maybe the team's put together, maybe it's not, but
you got a couple of mil at least.
And everyone's a winner. Look at this, Molotov going over into middle. Does go into the party, which not really where you want it. Or sorry, into the park, not really where you wanted it.
Nice nade.
They went running through it anyway. And so these pistols trying to get close, but CSN backs away, keeping them out of arm's reach with this AWP. Not really much of a chance for OG to find anything in this round.
You'd at least want deagles, right? Like P250s, oof. Big already know what they're up against. And look at the setup as well. More players stacked on this A site. I hope we see OG start to take some B control in the gun rounds, because Big have done this every round so far. They put 3B early, they make sure there's no rush, and then they start padding the defense up on top. k1to drops the bomb. And this should be simple as a simple does, but Issa does catch a kill. And in the meantime, everyone else on his team falls, as will Mantu, and it's going to be Big up to 4. That's fine. 1 casualty is no problem whatsoever. And a buy round coming in for OG. It's got to be worth its weight in gold now. Mantu's on the AWP, yet to frag, but well, this gun was built for a man like 2.
I like the mileage we're getting out of CSN early on, though, right? He's looking really, really good, whether it's been with the Scout, with the AWP, he's been putting up numbers. And so this is where we want Mantu to start to deliver in that same fashion, right? First AWP for him over on this T side. CSN looking to challenge him right away with the AWP up in middle, and there's a freebie, but close by is Nico, who could look to get this kill traded, and he's going to get away with it as well. CSN caught falling back. If he didn't throw that grenade, he maybe gets to toilets in time.
Yeah, he didn't know Nico got out on the right wall, right? Like, he had a good spawn, he runs along the side, CSN peaks aggressive, and he kills Alexi, but sees no one else. And so, in his mind, that's already clear, but Nico was right behind the smoke in wait. Flash to B is going to force a player back. They won't be rotating anyone. 2-2 for Big. tabseN wants the AWP. He's looking at it, and his opponent's going long. So there's a bit of a window where he could grab that weapon. Pushed up. k1to should be hearing footsteps as they get closer. Valde's even clearing middle. The AWP posted for Issa, who's already tagged up. And k1to moves at the wrong time. He's going to get caught by Nico. And Valde has no idea what is walking right below. tabseN has hit a beautiful timing.
Oh no! tabseN! He's actually moved around, Valde, and now he's in an even better spot. There's so many kills lying away. TabseN, oh, you're on to wonderful things, because he's still playing the trigger discipline. He's still just getting ever closer. The coming death, and OG, they've got no idea what is about to come their way. TabseN has played them like a fiddle, and there it is. 2 kills for him. The bomb now dropped as well, over at long, and it's all gone wrong for OG. Just Valde left standing, the man that TabseN had to sneak past, and there he is, putting the final nail in the coffin in that round there. 5-1, with TabseN's Lurk delivering it all.
Yeah, if he shoots Valde there, if he sees him in the party, he'll take that kill, and he probably walks into the orb waiting for him at long instead. The missed timing is so beneficial, and as a result, Big just rotate everyone up, right? Like, they know it's an A play. Xantares is already on truck. They were both lower bomb site players, and then boom, suddenly they're on A, and OG are wondering, how did they know? How? What? How? Every timing that could have gone right went right for TabseN. Great bit of move a great little move to come in on the flank there. And Big are just running wild. 5-1 in control. We've yet to see OG even look at that B bomb site, and hopefully that's something that they change moving forward. We know Alexa B is very good at, identifying problems on the fly and coming up with solutions, but yeah, last round it was one flashbang into Monster. That was the epitome of their B fake.
The scariest thing about that round though is you say how Alexa B is great at like figuring out problems and dealing with them on the fly. You don't really know where that problem just came from, right? You were holding middle as far as you're concerned, so maybe you're anticipating that was like a fast con wrap or something like that. Ooh. This flash is good. Keto is just left out in the middle of no man's land.
Oh, if he's shot.
And CSGO getting hounded down, just plays it safe back inside of the bomb site. But there are a lot of OG players ready and raring to go, looking to come around this corner. CSGO on the AWP is given that first fight. TabseN comes in to help out as well, and now the bomb is down once again for OG. No utility really to get themselves in either, whereas there's still plenty, I say plenty, there's still some for Big, enough to slow this down at least and force the respect out of OG. And now you've got pretty much everyone here up in this A bomb site. The chances that OG get anything done are getting slimmer and slimmer by the second. And look at TabseN embarking on another wrap round, this time trying to get the better of these 3 remaining pistols.
Ooh.
They are holding for TabseN. I don't want him to work his nasty magic again. 0-5. Mansu on the angle, though, going to get dropped without anything in the round. And it leaves it all on Valde and his deagle. Nice shot to open it, but Xantares closes it as quick as it began.
Good to see Xantares not overstep that like he did in the past, right? Like getting aggressive on short. He just waits for TabseN on the flank. He puts enough pressure on the OG aren't really watching it. More than one man in toilet. And yeah, that was worst case Ontario for Alexi B as well, right? He comes up short with the bomb. It's a pistol rush. They're trying to get into A quickly. Alexi dies with the bomb. Then Big drop a Molotov, and that just separates the bomb from the entire T offensive. They're just stuck behind the toilet. So at that point, Big, another A rotation, another A stack that OG walk into. Second time that Molly is missed in middle, and that's a bit of a problem. Big aren't, aware of it yet. They have hit it in some of the rounds. They've also missed it. So gives what it takes.
It looks like they're trying to throw the double Molotov, right?
Yeah,
one in park, one up in mid, but then the mid one does just keep missing. The park one has been great. Yeah, that's a little bit rough. And like you say, there's no way you're missing that till you figure it out the hard way.
Yeah. Try and push or something, and then all the T's are out in mid. Another A play. This could be.
Oh, Mansu gets his first kill as well on the jump in CSGO there. Not only is it his first kill on the scoreboard to break this drought, right? But it's a pretty big gill. It's a pretty big gill, yeah, man. Well, Mansu's got bigger fish to fry, if you know what I mean, right? This guy, things are going swimmingly for him here in this round.
Crikey. This is weird because bigger double toilets, so OG are going to get the site for free. It's just down to whether they check this side of the map, because if no one comes up on a lurk, if Valde doesn't clear this position out, it could be problematic, but he does. He's looking to take both. Keto re-aggresses and Valde doubles down. Lovely little late play for Valde. If that wasn't done, if OG just take the site, they might get flustered by big in the toilets, dropping in on the reload, and Nico is taking matters into his own hands. It's only Xantares aggressing off B once again. But you can see OG are already aware of this possibility. Valde has come back to watch, and he might get rewarded.
It's great that Nico's playing so well, but like I hope that isn't the player we're homing in on in a weird sense, right? Like we know that Nico's sick, but something that Pimp said on the desk is like what you're going to get out of Nico is like someone who will play by your game plan, and you know they'll try their hardest, but like you know he's not going to be looking to do anything insane, right? Considering his kind of position here. And how little time he's had to get activated. He's not like, you know, the usual star you would look to because he's not even meant to be in the team in the first place. So it is a little bit worrying to me if he's like the guy who pops off to make this series doable. I will say, hopefully that guarantees him somewhere to land after his departure from Heroic.
I think one thing that's good is like people say, oh, like this could be a problem because MBK, a very supportive player, Nico maybe not fitting into that. But I remember when he first joined Heroic in the inaugural stages, he was actually filling just a lot of the awful roles. He was playing inner B on train. He was in the bad spots and he was in the hard spots, and he was making it look really, really good. So I have faith in him being able to bring a lot of experience into this team, that of which there is already a huge amount, and hopefully good things can happen here for OG. But right now, Big is still in control, and they've actually jump spotted this B play, maybe even seeing the bomb as well, judging by these rotations. Big are more than ready for this attack, for this assault. Tizian has already dealt with the first, and Tabson finds another before Xantares even pokes his head out from the pit. At this point, the round is lost, and OG don't get a say in the matter, walking into a 5-man B hold. That's the power of information. OG even tried to deny that info by nading the boost, but still jump spotting, still gathering, and Big now making OG to start unraveling inside of B.
Oh, Searson's even boosted up. Like this round is just ruined, sadly. If you're OG, like you were never even really given a chance to play. They try the B crunch Big. They've already got everyone there, very, very fast on the rotations, very telegraphed from OG. Mansu, who was celebrating getting his first kill of the game in that last round, well, now he's got to do more than ever. And Valdez sneaking out here through Monster is tasked with a nigh-on impossible take of this B bomb site. A lot of players down in the water, and even more backed up towards CT and Graffiti. So this is not plain sailing for Valde. There's the first, but the trade's now looking to come in. Valde gonna deliver 2 out of the 5 kills that were needed. Mansu, with only 8 seconds left, is just looking to hold on to this orb, but they might not let him get away with it. Tabson hounds him down. 4 in the round, and Big move up onto 7. Nico falling immediately in that one there. I know, just to go back to that, I do know what you mean, right? Like, yeah, he was put a lot in like a lot of like the hard positions, and that's why I'm kind of excited to see what he's able to bring to the table here on this CT side for OG. You know, we've seen him in the hard spots. Now, will he be able to find the OG spot? That's the question we're asking ourselves here.
Apparently so. Apparently it is, Harry. Tabson's having a mare of a game. He's tearing through OG right now. 14 kills. That's very nice. You can see OG are hesitant to get out middle. They know what Molotovs have been thrown their way. I like the boost. Mansu looking for a party peak. He knows that Big have taken this orb here, but we are going to be cancelling this round and restarting it, as Valde has just dropped and no one is taking damage. So I assume this will all be fine and dandy. Round is not live. I repeat, not live.
That was sick, though. It was like a trailer of a round that maybe could be.
Well, it will be.
We've changed the pause music. Hang on a moment, everyone. It's a little more emotional this time around.
Yeah, do you need a tissue, Harry?
You feel them emotions?
Wipe those tears off your face?
Man, takes me back. I remember it was like summer 2015. No, I just start going off on some story.
I was ready for that.
Yeah, well, I don't really have any stories. My whole life is basically just Counter-Strike. So, you know, we all know it. We all love it. Man, I like this music. It's very nice, very intimate. I do really like what we're getting out of 2 players for Big, though, right now.
Yeah.
I think that Tabson has been delivering, and Searson is looking good early on with his scoped rifles, as this guy often does. Not just limited to the AWP. You know, he'll hit you hard with the Scout as well. And I think we've been getting great mileage out of these 2. That's certainly promising. For a guy like Xantares, can I just say, I watch this guy stream a lot. He is absolutely unreal. And then I feel like you throw him into an official, and it's like, it's pretty good. but it's not what I've seen this guy deliver in his streams, you know, like, and I feel like it's been a little minute since we've had those vintage Xantares performances. I really hope that he also rises up alongside CSGO and Tabson in this series right now to deliver something spectacular for Big to debut here at the Pro League.
I mean, if there's one thing that we know for sure that the Big have certainly encountered, as well as Nico and Heroic, was especially in 2020 and even coming into this year, it's very hard to hold that top spot. It's very hard to stay consistent, to constantly be beating teams with the amount of matches you're playing, with the fact that they're online as well, right? Like, these are all reasons why it can be hard to keep yourself at the top.
I feel like I'm listening to like a motivational like compilation of like...
This is the opposite of motivational. It's, I mean, well, I can try and go there, Harry.
Yeah, man, no, try make it as motivating as you can with the pause. You can succeed.
You can be the best, but only at ESL Pro League. Yeah, it's a difficult time for a team to stay at the top, right? Like, let's just think quickly about some of the teams that we saw at #1 last year, right? Big, Mouse, I think Fnatic were there at the start of the year as well. Heroic, obviously worth noting. Astralis' fall from grace, their climb back up that has been coming through in the last few months. I mean, there's so many teams, so many chances to get to that top spot. And OG, I think they've just been underwhelmed with the performance this roster has had in the you know, over a year that it's been together, right? Like, one event win back in New York, a second place at Flashpoint to VP. That was actually the last time they beat Big, it's worth noting, back at Flashpoint 2 in April of last year. So it's been some time. Since then, Big have won both BO3s played against OG. And so if that's something to expect, maybe keep that in the back of your mind.
I'm ready for this break to break into like Despacito any moment now, Hugo. It's coming. Any moment, actually, yeah.
Don't think so.
Feels like it might. Feels like it might. Oh no, I've just received some terrible news, everyone. I know that we've all been enjoying the chill out hour here, but as the music crescendos into what is Despacito, we're going to throw this one over to a quick break, because it turns out that actually the problems are a little bigger than we initially anticipated. We'll be back in a minute, though. Don't worry, this show's getting back on the road soon, so stick around. OG versus Big coming up in a minute.
Hey guys, Naf here from Team Liquid. I'm gonna show you guys a little bit of tricks on the Overpass CT side. So I guess kind of just like at the start when you're coming in, you kind of just want to molly off short. And this is like the basic, like every other like usual team does, so I'd do that. And then I'll just be here, I'll just wait to see if they extinguish the molly, because the T's usually, like, they're doing fast short control, they're gonna smoke the molly, and then you can just nade in the smoke and just like really nade damage on them. But if nothing really happens, you can just, instead of nading the molly, and you know nothing's gonna happen, you just nade open the door, which is already naded open, and then that just strikes kind of fear into the T's. So your A teammates don't have to worry about blue pretty much. Twist would kind of play like the monster area. Dude would be more of the short player. I'm kind of just more of like a support, and like make sure if they're rushing out, I have flashes ready for them, or a smoke. If I still have my smoke, I just smoke off short for them. And then if my teammates need help at A, like, you know, I'd come up to A, get another smoke you can throw for your teammate. If your teammates are still pushed up in the bathrooms, you just tell your team, like, hey, I need divider smoke. Just come up in between those two, and then just left of the sun.
I like coming in with some music, though. Hot off the presses, it's Big versus OG. 7-2 up, and that music was a little more exciting. That's a little more fitting. Ooh, I'm ready now. Big, they're up in the lead, Hugo. Things are looking good for the big boys. But OG, donning that AWP again, saving it. No, sorry, not saving it. Not getting away on Mantu in that previous round. They've brought another one back out into play. Round number 10. So let's see what they're able to do. When this went to a pause, they tried that boost over in Park to get up on top of the slide. This time, no such boost is thrown into the round. Instead, it's a slow creeping mid default with Issa holding onto connector and a little bit of utility getting thrown in to flush out any potentially aggressive players from the big side.
Yeah, even a boost at long as well for Big, and they're pulling a third player over. I like this, right? You often stand on top of the flower beds, but this is a bit of an off angle. OG are not going to be clearing it. They'll see flower beds are quote-unquote clear, and then they'll wide swing, probably to their own death. Good flash. Searson doesn't waver, though. He holds on, and here they come. The orb. Oh, dear, to miss. That's not what you want. And Big, they'll throw in the towel. They'll give it up. They'll say, fine, you can have that position. But Tabson won't say that for long. Flashing himself back in. Molotov, they're very close, Tabson. He's finally going to realize, maybe the hard way, looking away from the flashbangs and blinded by the next. It's Alexi B to take the kill. That's a bit awkward. He was not ready for so many players moving up so fast. Searson's still on short. Valdi, he's been really good at finding these lurk timings, clearing the players in toilets on these A takes, but Searson's not falling for it. His long is covered. He can watch his back, and Tizian can try and deal with the attack. There's one. Doubles up, bomb drop, but low on ammo. Nico trades, and Valdi catches Searson as he turns away. It's Antares on his own. Wow.
And he's saving. Man. Had to happen.
Yeah.
You know, he had to just hold on to the M4. That's the only choice he's got.
This is like you in every pug, Harry.
Yeah.
Playing Monster,
yeah, man,
losing
classic role of a B-side player, right?
1-on-3.
Everyone dies A and you just sigh.
Yeah, down the mic.
All right, guys, I'll go save. But I never save. You know, you always attempt these rounds, and you very rarely win them. And so I guess that's why in pro play, they just don't attempt them, Hugo. He's going to get away with the M4, at least. OG up onto a third. And for Searson, it is a classic case of what must have felt like to him Counter-Strike timing. He held that flank with Tizian holding down the A-bomb site for so long. And then Tizian's like, no, they are out now. I do need some help. And so Searson finally goes, all right, they're not coming short. And the moment he turns away, Valder creeps around the corner and shoots him in the back of the head. So it's a bit of a shame. I notice there's another little timer at the top of the screen. Now, that often means that maybe there's a pause on the way.
Yeah, Valdi's having internet problems, so he's restarting his PC. Maybe things will all be solved then. We can keep it going for the time.
He lives in Denmark, right? I thought Danish internet was good.
Well, I mean, I don't know the actual details of the issue, Harry.
Oh, okay.
You know, he's turning off his PC, so is it really the internet at that point? Who knows?
Is it the internet? Is it the PC? Yeah, well, what came first?
Exactly. Chicken or the egg?
It is. It's the modern day chicken or the egg, the internet or the PC.
Wow. How bold. Yeah, Valdi's been really, really good, though, so far. Like, he may be lagging, but he's finding some great timings up short. In both of these A rounds, he has come up with either a multi-kill or just backstab on Searson. And Nico, too, 10 kills. If you look at that scoreboard, all his teammates, other than Valdi, who's not in the server, 2 and 3 frags each. Nico on 10. He's been opening up. He's been locking in these
Nico, best in the world, man. It's like we've all been saying. Now, if they just made him up and IGL,
now we'd really be cooking with gas.
Now we're really on to something.
Yeah. Okay. Wow. Why have I never thought of that? But yeah, it's a bit of a shame that we have these problems, but hopefully all can be resolved.
I've been told to you. I've been told 3 minutes.
3 minutes.
3 minutes. That's quite a. 3 minutes is quite a while in the real world, but in Counter-Strike, that just goes by like that, man. 3 minutes, that's like, what, round and a half? Nothing. We're just vibing right now to the music, getting to know each other better. Tell Hugo what you think of his outfit today. Tell me what you think of my demeanor. Let us know.
To both questions.
So this music, Hugo, how do you feel it compares to the old tech timeout music?
It's fine. It's nice, Harry.
You're a music man, Hugo. You like music, so I'm coming to you.
Not as much as you. I feel like you
also join the conversation with hashtag ESL Pro League. Yeah, let it get involved.
Can I?
Involved. You can get involved.
I can get involved.
Man. This music, tell me.
Shut up about the music.
Imagine, right? Sunset. Sun is rising.
Sunrise,
out in the north or wherever it rises.
The north? All right.
And it's you and it's Tabson and
Oh,
God
no.
B on either side, and you're all holding hands as you watch the sun rising, right? And then God B looks at you and he says,
Yeah.
this year we win a major. And you believe, and then this is the music that fading in. Right, you're loving it. There's a little gentle breeze in your
How
head.
much a big pain? I want it.
You'd love it, wouldn't
Yeah.
you? Oh.
We're ready. Let's do it.
I think we're ready. I hear, are we ready for this in our ears? Whoa, my God, is this what we were meant to be ready for? Motion sickness at an all-time high. Oh, this is nice. They got some cool little camera angles ready for us.
Whoever made these smooths, shout out to you.
Can we just tech time out every game?
Don't, Harry. Don't curse us. Yeah, we've seen some cool smooths.
Intel. Sorry,
thanks,
doing
Harry.
the sponsorship call out.
Yeah. Where we never. I can't keep focus, Harry. I can't. Can we mute this guy? 7-3. We're back in. Thanks for waiting, ladies and gents. Valde's back in the server, hopefully better than ever before. And Big certainly looked damn good, but right now broken by the economy. Oh, nade onto Searson. And two playing patience. Centaurus with the one gun. Wow, the one real gun in connector. I say real gun. Skeerson's?
Skeerson! He's nailed it!
Searson's got more scout kills than AK kills. That's a rarity. This guy's...
Not for him, actually, man.
No,
That's pretty, like, run-of-the-mill.
Normal day. But a bit of a scout king, as we've just seen, doming Alexi B, who has often been the bearer of bad news in this map, often dying first. Especially to these snipers. You don't like that. Never afraid to put himself in the front line, but, well, that's the result of it. Centaurus is gone, by the way. He died in connector with nothing to his name, so the M4 in no man's land cannot be retrieved. Searson is down on B. Oh, that is a sexy serve from Searson. It will all be heard, and if he hangs around too long, Valde could just end his entire career, but Valde's patient too. And OG start to clear out the toilets. They know with Valde in this position at any point, if they don't like what they can see, with them having killed Centaurus already, they can run down the connector and end in the B bomb site. The worry about that is double short setup for Big could get in the way of things if they do want to leave, and so it will be through the spawn, a far safer route for OG. Only Mansu with the AWP alone coming down con. This is a dangerous decision. They have to flash him out or he could be dead meat. And Valde has timed out. Oh dear.
Well, bit of a classic here for OG, and Tabson's now been spotted. Now they know about the AWP in con, though, and Tabson wants it. Not going to get it. Mansu delivers the no-scope, but the Deagle Artisan will shut out the other two. And now it is just Nico left up in a 1v3. He gets wrapped from short, and now the defuse is going to come on him. Poor Valde, man, just has to sit there, a witness at his own funeral in a round like this big. They grab the defuse, they go get the guns, and I imagine another pause is waiting for us off in the distance. So I better get my creative writing glasses back on.
Tell me how much you like the music we're about to listen to.
Yeah, well, maybe
like
I will. I'm leaving an impartial review.
Okay, well.
Oh, but good guys, Big. Let's give Big the respect they deserve. They haven't killed Valde. They just. Well, actually, wait. Did he fully drop out the server? Was it just the HUD that he was there?
Yeah, the HUD. Yeah, I read that he timed out in the bottom left, so in the Go TV.
All right.
Yeah, that is a shame. Well, ladies and gents, we are going to a break. We'll be back, hopefully, with Valde
music's back
and his merry, merry men in the rest of the matchup. Join us in just a second.
This is not a drill, hold nothing back. This shoot to kill in this leap of faith that you read me true. You stand alone, but I'll watch over you. The clock is ticking, the clock is ticking. A single second could mean everything. Time is running, the time is running out. Don't give up, don't give in. Don't let your destiny, slay your enemy, raise a legacy. No more apologies, trust your abilities, gather the energies. Pull yourself back together, been staying off track forever. Child of the nation, go seek redemption, time for salvation. Today is meant to be day of victory, time for history. Rebirth's a tendency, fight the entropy, channel your rivalry. You're praying for fortune to come, you're hearing the sound of the drums. It's too late to backtrack, go pack your bag now, keep your feet on the ground and stand up. You've got what it takes to fight back. Don't stop until you black out, out, out. Stand up, up. You've got what it takes to fight back, back. Don't stop until you black out, out. Give all you got and show them how to make a miracle. Stand up, up. You've got what it takes to fight back, back. Don't stop until you black out, out. Give all you got and show them how to make a miracle. Go save your team, be a hero. Take home the cup, be a star. They waiting for you, take aim, shoot your arrow. It's your time to shine, show them who you are. Stronger, gotta go faster, gotta get better, gotta work harder. It's fight or flight now, get out now. Go with the move, go for the goal, lead up the stadium, you know how it's done. Stand up, up, got what it takes to fight back, back. Don't stop until you back out, out. Give all you got and show them how to make a miracle. Stand up, up, got what it takes to fight back, back. Don't stop until you back out, out. Give all you got and show them how to make a miracle. Stand up, you've got what it takes to fight back. Don't stop until you black out, out, out. Stand up, you've got what it takes to fight back, back. Don't stop until you black out, out. Give all you got and show them how to make a miracle. Stand up, you've got what it takes to fight back, back. Don't stop until you black out, out. Give all you got and show them how to make a miracle.
Hey Future Pros! Today I thought I'd teach you all how to do the famous quad boost on Overpass. To execute this boost, you must have 5 Future Pros and 1 AWP. Future Pro number 1, you have the easy job. All you have to do is run and stand in this spot. Future Pro number 2, you will have to jump onto the head of Future Pro 1 by jumping from the railing. Future Pro number 3, now that Future Pro 2 is nice and situated, you can now jump onto their head by also jumping from the railing. This is higher than 2 people, so you'll be sliding when you jump onto their heads. Make sure you are sliding into the wall and try not to slip off. Future Pro number 4, your job is to get Future Pro 5 on top of everybody else's head. You need to crouch down and let Future Pro 5, FB5, hop onto your head and get in their spot. Lucky Future Pro number 5. You actually get to shoot something. Hop on top of your teammate's head and you should easily be able to jump on top of everybody else's. You will also be sliding when up there, but you should be able to make it around the corner while sliding into the wall. Now you'll have a clear vision to a few spots on B, so take your time and place your shot. Happy boosting.
We're back again. Man, this feels like deja vu at this point, doesn't it, Hugo?
Third time's the
we're
charm.
in. No, seriously, for this time, it's real. It's happening,
Yeah?
Hugo.
Really?
I have it on good authority. I don't actually. I'm just making all this up. Valde, though, he's the kind of guy who doesn't let these problems stick around long, right? He just tries to. He's a fixer. He's a doer. He's a man who gets the job done. And so hopefully, he's sorted all of his problems, and we're getting back into this with no more issues.
Yeah, I'm on GoTV and he just dropped again. But let's presume.
Did he?
Yeah,
oh, well, it's very interesting,
let's
isn't
presume
it?
he's coming right back.
Right, yeah,
Otherwise,
we'll
we
just
wouldn't be
presume.
here. Okay, it's a safe bet. What could go wrong? Possibly. Well, right now for OG, everything that could go wrong is going wrong. They might be ringing MBK. Mate, could you come back? We need you really quick. just for a quick BO3.
MBK, actually, mate, we really miss what you were bringing to the server.
We regret everything.
yeah.
In fact, we're very sorry. And,
Blowing off his phone, and MBK is like, nah, mate, just puts it down, turns it to silent,
Yeah.
down on the side, gets back into his Valorant pug. Right.
Oh.
8-3, Hugo. That was
He's
the
back.
score. When
He's
everything was moving soundly, 8-3 was the score. And Valde is now back in the server.
Yeah.
Issa is also back in the server.
he was the one that
Wasn't
dropped.
aware that we even had a problem there, but
No, just for a recon. We're good.
they're back in. There's 10 players in the server, ladies and gentlemen.
Wow.
10 players in the server tonight. And now we're ready to get this one underway.
Tabson playing a game of catch with himself, known as juggling, but when you juggle one item, it's not that impressive, I would say. Anyone can throw it up in the air and catch it. He's not even catching it. Look, it hits the ground and then it just appears on his back. Well, guns getting thrown around, and we're waiting for guns to get fired between OG and Big.
What gets fired first? Is it the guns or is it Hugo and me? Get your votes in now using the hashtag ESL Pro League.
Get your requests in.
And maybe Alex the Chab will be here to read out the results when we're back in. Now they're throwing the guns to each other.
Okay, Nico wrote in match chat that he's going to restart his router.
Oh,
so
nice. So,
maybe
guys,
third time isn't the charm.
welcome to the technical repair stream with Valde and the rest of OG, as we take you through all the hottest tips on how to repair your router in an official.
I just miss LAN, man. I just miss some dude walking in with a massive PC. He would take Valde,
and
he'd pick it up and he'd throw it out the window, and he'd put a new PC down. And it would all be fine.
And it would be good right away.
It would work. You know, that's why we love LAN. That and many other reasons.
Guys, we just lost power to the whole city. It's like, don't worry, we are building a solar farm as we speak. Like, that's the kind of stuff. They're the kind of solutions that happen on the fly at LAN. Whereas when it's online and you have to rely on other people to fix it, oh, it's a rough one.
We've had some crazy ones, Harry. Remember last year? I think it was the Cologne Grand Final. NAF there was a hurricane.
Yeah, Nitro had to relocate because there was tornadoes hitting his home.
He picked up his PC, he picked up his monitor, he threw them in the boot of a car, and he drove off to an undisclosed location to finish the BO5 final, if I recall.
Which was just unreal, by the way. Nitro, we still miss you dearly. Yeah, a bit of a legend. Of course, he went over somewhere else.
Let's just keep with the here and now. But you know, we've had some crazy relocation stories.
Yeah. I wonder how much crazier they can get. Maybe Valde's going to be like, okay, I'm traveling to
Nico's apartment,
Nico's house right now, guys. He's got a spare laptop I'm going to be on. What does that say, Hugo?
I can't read it.
How good's your German?
It's too fast.
Well,
I missed it.
Hope you really took that one in.
Lucky I don't speak German either, so, you know.
It means the rabbit, Hugo. How could you not know that?
Well, thank you, Philip. Harry didn't know that either. There was a photo of a rabbit, though.
Yeah.
So he could have worked that one out.
I mean, Hugo, you own a
rabbit? No.
Yeah, well, you're not the animal per se.
Jesus. Yeah, actually, you know the question earlier about who's getting fired first?
Maybe it's us. Maybe it's us. Oh, okay. Man, I do like Overpass. Let's just kind of mold in this one.
Let's mold.
So how are we all doing? It feels like a real Twitch stream now. It doesn't even feel like it's Pro League. You know, we're just sat here, some chill music on. We're actually in the just chatting section for the first time in ESL's history, and we're just vibing. We're just having a good time. Hugo, what's your weirdest toilet story as we fly past it? What's your weirdest sewer story?
Sewer story?
You, Frank, D, all down in the sewer.
Just
Charlie.
You know, clothes above our heads so they don't get wet. No, I have no sewer stories, Harry. Sorry to disappoint. Maybe you could have picked a more relatable topic.
I've never been to a sewer. As far as I'm aware, they don't even exist.
Well, I've got some great news for you, Harry.
Yeah, what is it?
I'm going to throw this conversation into the gutter.
Dude, I was enjoying this.
And throw it to a break, because ladies and gents,
purposefully ignored it.
4th time's the charm. That's what they say. 4th time is the charm. Join us for the 4th time between Big and OG in just a moment.
Yeah.
Maybe you get a player on the team and you kind of already have in your mind how you want him to play. So you force him too much in certain roles or positions without really giving him the room to maybe get his side of things or how he wants to play. And I feel like usually when you really give someone the confidence and the trust to do what he wants and let him figure it out by himself in a way, you know, within the space of the team obviously, then you get a lot more out of that than just saying, okay, you need to play here, you need to do this and that. Because then you're kind of missing out on some skill sets the person have that you maybe didn't think about at first, you know?
I think one thing, again, I go back to just kind of the biggest thing I've been harping on is this level of communication. I don't think people realize how much easier the game becomes when you are confident in what your teammate is doing, when you are confident in the communication and the information that's being passed to you. I don't think people realize how much of your focus can be elevated by you simply communicating properly with your teammates and how much it brings them into the game as well. So I mean, I honestly, you know, outside of anything crazy coach quote or like some kind of coaching technique, literally just communication in all aspects, and in terms of being uncomfortable, in terms of being comfortable. I think that just helps. It elevates the teams, and it elevates individual players beyond what you would believe.
It was like a huge moment going into the tournament. We didn't win anything for 2.5 years or something. We didn't expect us to like even get to playoffs.
Our mindset entering the grand final was super good because we had some good results before that, and we had a lot of confidence. We were playing really good as a team and individually, so everything felt good. Being behind backstage, you're always like, you have a lot of rush in you and you just want to go out and play.
Playing in such a big event, one of the biggest arenas with the best crowds, was important for us all, considering where we were in our careers. You knew what they were going to do, how they were going to play. They never backed down or played like a slow game or something you didn't expect. They always came in with heavy skill. I think it really suited us playing against such a style. We really knew what we had to do, and we knew if we hit our shots, we were probably going to win the match.
Bomb down, and Guardian's gonna go searching with the AWP. Wants to peek truck early, and JW comes out just as he looks away, but look what Nico's done. He's gotten Crims and Flusha. It only would take one bullet. Nearly gave himself away, but nothing. JW could do FaZe hold on and take their 5th.
So many key individual moments, and you can win a map 16-0 if someone has a good map, or you can lose if any one of the other players in their team is having a really good game.
Guardian Ladi becomes in a 1v5, and in this situation it should be unwinnable, and I think everyone just starts thinking about the next round.
Good flashbang. Could get a couple more out of this one. And Fnatic are starting to crumble. What's going on?
When I killed the 3rd one, it doesn't see that the 4th one went to the right, so everyone in our team started like, to right. Just remember, I don't know how, but you become a little bit nervous because he shouldn't be able to do this.
We'll wait for this to go to time. Guardian knows exactly where to look. Oh! And he's got all 5.
2-on-5! There he is! The world's best sniper!
We had to take a timeout because he was so pumped up, and it's understandable, and I think it was the right thing to do. One of the best plays I've ever seen in the game, and it was also fun to experience on stage.
Definitely spots him. Oh, not only does he spot him, thank you very much!
Oh, wow, no way.
I won the 2-on-5, which was a really crucial round to win the entire series. There's a lot of those moments throughout your career, and you might not remember them all at the same time, but you're gonna remember them at points.
This would be a harsh reset on 14 rounds for Fnatic, and that smoke is tantalizing! Oh! Flusha! He's gonna clean out Connector! It's just Nico yet again who has to try and pull it back. And he could actually spoil the whole plan, as sneaky as Flusha was! Oh my god!
That is one of the most impressive clutches you will ever see.
Probably like the greatest moment since end of 2013 when we won the first major, since we hadn't won for so long, and I think we had never won anything with that lineup.
JW finally silenced, but it's just Guardian and Olaf, just Olaf! And Olaf gets paid back by his old team! 2 full years, and a legendary brand, a legendary team gets back on top.
Being back on top, which we didn't expect, especially winning with like some of the best friends in your life, and it's just happiness and a really important moment in your life.
Every team has its own story and a defining moment that forever cemented their place amongst the legends of the game. One such moment happened back in 2014 and shaped the legacy of a roster later to be known as the Polish Golden Five. The ESL Major Series 1 Katowice 2014 was the second major championship and the very first organized in Poland, which not only elevated the whole event, but also made Pasha's dream come true.
In Katowice, it was like 2013, it was like big tournament in League of Legends. And somewhere in the corner was like small stage Counter-Strike. And I just came to the big stage and well, maybe someday here will be like Counter-Strike event because we deserve for it.
But much had to be done before him and his teammates, Taz, Neo, Snacks, and Bialy, would be able to compete in front of their home crowd. A disappointing run during DreamHack Winter 2013 meant that the Poles had a long way ahead of them in order to secure a spot in Katowice. However, being picked up by Virtus Pro in January gave them that much-needed confidence boost and helped plow not only through the Polish qualifier, but also the European finals. The stage was set, but the group that VP got into was far from being a walk in the park. A duel with Hellraisers was already a gruesome task, and up next was Titan, a team that only NIP was able to rival with at that time. But Virtus Pro quickly showed Shux and his colleagues that they mean business.
It's up to Titans, go for the retake as you see. Bialy pick up another kill, Smith gets shut down, Monza even coming in just to stop them from pushing in. Bialy picks up another, and that's all in the hands of Scream, who honestly hasn't been having the best results as of lately in a 1-on-4 situation. This is going to be above and beyond difficult to have Bialy pick that one up here, and not to mention, that is an ace.
And secured a spot in the playoffs. At that time, VP were already strong candidates for the grand final, and their match against Team LDLC only confirmed these predictions. The catch? A semifinal against LGB Esports with the likes of Olafmeister and Krims. The prize? A duel with ninjas in pajamas, who were really looking forward to a grand final against the Polish roster.
I think the best opponent for us would be the Polish team, Virtus Pro, and I think it would be the best game to play here in Katowice. I think the audience is amazing over here, and I think that would be the best final.
So what did Pasha and the boys do? Just what you would expect them to.
Yeah, definitely. Their win over Fnatic was not really expected, but Pasha here getting 3 huge headshots.
And it's going to be the ace. Pasha will lead the next assault for VP as they look to hold on. Beautiful stuff. Olafmeister down. Pasha going big for Virtus Pro here. Snacks helps him out with the Khalil, and it's now all on site. 1 versus 4. Pasha's hat-trick saves Virtus Pro. It is an A push, and Bialy will catch wind of one. He moves his way across to see Taz die at the hands of Twist. Neo comes in, he and Bialy combine for 3, 4 frags, and that'll be that.
A 2-1 victory over LGB Esports meant that soon the Spodek Arena would go wild. The home team taking on the ruling kings of Counter-Strike pumped everyone, including Taz himself. Virtus Pro and their 6th player went above and beyond to show not only NIP, but also everyone watching them what they came here for, with Snax doing his signature sneaky beaky-like moves.
But that is massive. But Snax is walking around and just walking in a Snax wonderland. He gets himself a hat-trick of frags. He waited, and then he finished off the job.
And Pasha, well, just being Pasha.
Pasha bound to see action any second now as Freiburg will come through. They ping out a flash. Pasha's flashed as well. That will allow Freiburg to round the corner, but it won't allow him to get any further. Pasha unleashes hell as NIP come back with 2 of their own. Exist claims 2 before Pasha gets his hat-trick. He gets the 4th. This is sensational play from Pasha.
A 16-9 victory on Mirage and 16-10 result on Inferno meant that just after 2 maps, Virtus Pro made history.
They're 3 frags away now, Virtus Pro, as they will move the bomb in, and it'll be Fifth Laren and Exist to come charging in, and Snax to go mowing them down. One more will do it for Virtus Pro. It's all on Forest. He gets the 1st. He doesn't get the 2nd. Virtus Pro have won. Taz has delivered in front of the home crowd.
And forever inscribed their names in the Counter-Strike's Hall of Fame.
Thinking, moving, touching, and well, all of the other things, all of the other pieces that you need to compete in Counter-Strike Global Offensive. Welcome back to CS Psychology 101. Today, we're going to be going over a very important subject. XXX Heyman 420. In 2012, he had a 4K 1D clip that really was overly edited by an equally talented friend. Now accumulating only, and I mean only, 1,372 views over 8 years. The taste of success that followed led to the creation of the monster that we now know as the Movie Fragger.
Clip baby, this one is going viral. Top 3 Reddit easy. Zai Wu, Zai Who, more like it. Check out this shit.
Oh, don't you worry, Movie Fragger. We are definitely watching. In fact, we'll just start on the appearance. We'll note that the cap is backwards. albeit he doesn't have a headset on, but don't let that sway you from the idea that this guy means business. Oh, is it serious business?
Yeah, we can edit that out. It's all right.
Some general traits about the gameplay can be observed, such as the famous buy an op and then use the deagle. Take this example. Where an ordinary player may see this round win as a certainty, the movie fragger sees it as opportunity.
Can't blame me for that one, boys. It would have been sick, right?
You are dog shit. Everything he does is for Reddit. Everything he does is for the comments, for the likes. It's all about the endorphins and everything that he gets from the moment he wakes up in the morning.
They come and beat. I'm going for the cold, boys. I'm going for the cold zero. Oof, that's close. Oof, that's really close. Oh, that's so close. I'm so close. Oh my God. Oh my God, that was incredible. Oh.
Now we need to get a entry fragger, but I'm bringing in my boy Nico from G2. He's really strong. Individually, he has a good mind. I want an entry fragger who has the head with him as well, who's able to make the right decisions, who's not only going to run in first, but not do it with the head under his arm. He knows when and how to take fights, and at his best, he will out-aim anyone. So I'll also bring in Nico for this team. The AWP player. There I would like to go with the Simple. Super strong player, right? We all know what he's capable of. 2 years in a row he's been fighting for that first place spot. And yeah, he can do unreal things with the AWP. Now we need to get an IGL, the guy who has to sit in the middle. And I think it's up for no discussion that we need to take the one who has had the most success with his team. He's brought Astralis to something that they definitely weren't before his appearance. So the in-game leader of my team is going to be Glaive. He's been doing massive work over there. And even though there's at times some banter and rivalry between me and him, I respect his work a lot. So he's going to be the IGL for this All-Star team. The star player of my team will be Saibu. And I think that also you can make a good argument that when you see him play alongside Nevera, where Nevera has some of the AWP duties, he's still doing just fine. His rifle work is really good. If he wants to, sure man, bring out that second AWP. I don't care if it's T or CT. Now we need a lurker, boys, and to get the lurker, we have to respect the legacy, respect the history. You might forget them in these 2021 times, but you definitely shouldn't. I'm gonna add GetRight as the lurker of my team. Back in his prime, in the early CSGO days, he literally invented this position. And he was such a pain in the ass to play against. You never knew where you had him. He was such an awesome player to play against. And even though that he is now a retired player, as the only one of the ones I chose for the team, I don't think that anyone can or should forget how incredibly good he was earlier on in Counter-Strike Go. When we're looking to add a coach to this All-Star team, it's very important that we do not only get a coach that has a strong strategical point of view, but also knows how to handle human beings with differences and is able to tell them all that, listen, we collected the best possible players for each role. I don't care if you sometimes disagree or whatnot, we have to make this work, so let's get those trophies. So I'm going with a coach that has both the strategical strong side and also the human strong side. And that's why I have to go with Sonic. The work and the chemistry that he's built in Astralis is unbelievable. So there's no other coach that I would want for the team than him.
Hey Future Pros! Passing on another Overpass smoke for you gamers today. This is an easy heaven smoke for T-side to help you get out of B. To perform this one, nestle yourself into this corner. Aim along the railing until you find this power line. Then throw it, and bam, you have a heavenly heaven smoke.
Steal away that little B stack round on the back of Valde dropping out of the server, sadly, right? And now they're 8-3 up, and things are looking good for the big boys. Don't have game sound, but I don't know if you guys... Oh, there it is! Asking ye shall receive. It's Alexa B to open up the game. And the round, and now a 5-on-4 solidified immediately for OG.
Some big nades getting lobbed in, but Tabson's going to get aggressive ahead of them. He will survive, but maybe not for long as Valde runs out Monster with a kill. He's finally connected, and he is raring and ready to go. Searson trying to put a stop to this offensive, though. Oh boy, that's a shot to Mantu. Does he know there's a player out? Alexi at the pillar, waiting as the molly goes in behind him. Searson might have got that spot, but he flashes himself. It's getting a bit claustrophobic now. The flank is still away, but as long as Searson can stay standing, Keto can come in with a killing blow. The molly pushes him back, and they finally deal with him, but it's a freebie for Keto. And now Alexi, can he run A? Yes, he just gets out there in time, darting to the top site, and Keto realizing, but no kit currently. Can he find one for this 1v1?
Alexa B, home and away. There we go. Someone calls, no, there's a kit bridge, and now he gets it, and he's going to sneak up on the rotation.
Long way.
It is a very, very long rotate, and the bomb is planted for Bank. That's where Alexa B is right about now, holding for this rotation. Alexi don't often miss these. Keto gonna have to clear out the Bank area. If he doesn't, this is likely an OG round, and the swing from Alexi is in to put that fourth up on the board for OG. It comes down to the 1v1. Searson almost does enough, but isn't able to stay alive long enough for that flank from Keto to actually prove to be too valuable.
Yeah. Very lucky. Alexi was so deep with the bomb, right? He could have been forced into a one-on-one on B there that Keto might have had to drop on him with, but no, he escapes. He resets and he wins the round. You've got to wonder if all these pauses, all these breaks in the action have sucked the momentum out of Big in this one. Even if it hasn't, it certainly sucked the economy, because now we have pistols and Big have to give OG a fifth. This can be a good T-side after all for OG. Nades into mid. Lovely stuff, but they go both ways. Tabson, like a boomerang, gets beat to 30.
Yeah. Like a boomerang.
Yeah, like a boomerang. Very violent.
You always, yeah, you ever beat the boomerang? Here you go. just keeps coming back, you know. Valde looking over here towards Monster and is desperate to flush out some of these pistol players, wants to get his head back in the action. And even though the aggressions come through, it's only with these USPs. That's the pistol, not a unique selling point. The selling point of this round is that OG are onto a winner. They're onto a fifth. They put a stop to Xantares. Now you've got that reinvestment ready to come through for Big. Nice couple for OG, though, getting found up on the board here. You know, getting back into this game right away after their rather extended technical timeout.
Yeah, they've used all of theirs for the tournament now, so no more timeouts for the next month for OG. No, of course not, but at least building, and that's what we wanted. A little more competitive of a map. We know Overpass is an exciting one in this veto, especially considering Nuke is coming up next. Like, that should be a winner for Big, and so if OG can you know, take this, we may have a 3-map series on our hands. Quito flashed into mid, aggressive out of the gate. And OG are very patient for this. Will they be ready for a player tucked at the bench? He's going to go for the clear. Nico swinging, and it's a dink, but a miss ultimately as the kill goes the way of OG. Good damage done by Quito, but he will not be satisfied. Oh, the boost. Oh, no, it comes in too late. Xantares spots the leg of Valde. He doesn't know where he was shot from, probably. You don't see that boost every game. But he just gets out of there alive. Falls out. And it's info for Big. They know this area is clear. They know they can, you know, watch out for an A play. That smoke misses. This is supposed to cut off Valde, landing in front of him. Instead, he mows down 2 players. Big. They threw that smoke earlier that lands right where we are here to cut the T's out of Monster, but instead it blooms in nowhere, blooms in no man's land, just above Nico now. And so as a result, both players walk in to Valde waiting, and now they can just contact this B site. tabseN lines up too. That's naughty, but it won't make a damn difference, as this round should be a lock-in for OG. Ooh.
I don't know, that kill there might have just tempted CSGO back in to attempt a 1v3 clutch. Wildfire on the AWP, Wildfire in the heart of CSGO as he starts to creep in. Now, one man does get out through Monster, and over at short, Mansu is waiting with that AWP. He puts it to good use, and OG claim themselves a 6th. So now getting back into the swing of things in a very big way. Valde, since disconnecting, has been lights out, man. You know, if that was happening in an MM game, I'm like, yeah. But, you know, he's back into the server, he's popping off. And he's taken OG to the promised lands.
Oh my, tabseN really could have done something nuclear there, right? With low players already damaged by Quito, everyone lining up. Very important they killed him so quickly. And this 8-3 lead, this dominant start for Big, has certainly closed up a force in the last of the half. OG might be more than happy with how this one has gone despite the pauses. CSGO's getting rushed, and he has no idea. They're going out long. They won't even try and trifle with the party. And so CSGO's given a chance to escape. As will Quito, who has once again cleared connector and come back up safely in time. OG, rare to take middle early, as there's often been a lot of you know, defense there. The AWP as well. This time it's just a scout. Bait and switch. CSGO looking to, well, hopefully get the headshot. But if he does get a tag, Quito can finish the job. There's the tag. He can't escape, but Quito can with one. Not his life, in fact, as Nico does get that trade. And Big boosting on B short for connector. Well, OG are not dropping. They're just going to commit.
Yeah, utility of plenty raining in to really trap tabseN behind the boxes. Stuck on dice, but the odds aren't coming up in his favor this time around. And now Xantares and TiziaN throwing into a 2 versus 4 retake up at this A bomb site. Nico holding for this short rotation. They are already deep within the toilets. Nico not aware of that yet. TiziaN blindsided by him over the smoke, and now for Xantares, a chance at 1. Still a lot more bodies left to find. Valde just swings it wide, 7-8 at the end of that first half, ladies and gentlemen. We'll be back with the second in just a minute, so don't you dare go anywhere.
When it suffocates at the bottom, don't take the bait, just walk away, resuscitate your nirvana. I feel where I've never felt before. I finally found what I'm looking
Is he just like the player everyone wants to be? Like the flicky, stylish AWPer and the aggressive rifler? Like, what's going on? Now for CSGO, he's got his work cut out for him. Ooh, bit of noise made, but there's CSGO, nails the shot.
CSGO, he's already on a double on this round. No one's watching it. CSGO. Oh, the follow-up. CSGO is on for the ace.
CSGO in the window is smoked off. This is for the map. This is for the game. And he's waiting in the window. They have no idea. The smoke phase, a missed shot. He gets the kill. He gets him off the bomb. The pistol's out. The P250 might just save Big once again. And he's done it all on his own.
Goes down and will fall to CSGO, and he's hit some good shots. Very good shots. A double. Nork on ramp. He taps away. It's a good Julie double up, and he hits them both. CSGO here with the AWP, but he's putting on a bit of a show. A fast wrapping long is Hunter. The only man left, CSGO.
For small talk, I tell you the truth. I'm fascinated you. I'ma tell you the truth. Not in it to lose, just fascinated you.
Welcome back, people of Earth. We've got OG versus BIG back in the server and in with the second half. It's been some time, but finally problems averted, solutions found, and more Counter-Strike to be played. A whole BO3 for us, with Nuke coming up as a second map. Right now we're on the pick of OG, and we're getting into the fray. The pistol round is where we start. Big with a lot of utility. OG kit smoke on Alexi, and Nate goes out early into mid. Big creeping crawl through Con. But there's a bit of a defense here in the form of two.
Yeah, cheeky little double stack with also these two players moving in at short side to get even more aggressive at Con. Mansu hasn't been cleared, but they closed the door on him. And Nico's never discovered either. This double Con stack gets bypassed, and now they're waiting. They're trying to tempt OG in. The boost is read by Nico. And so he will shut CSGO out. There is this wrap coming in from Tabson, but with two players down in the connector. An easy spot to be in. They do know that this means at most there's one player on this B bomb site. And so they're quick to move in and take this ground away, but they're actually going up towards A. They're trying to deal with Alexa B in heaven and go for an A-side plant. This is a pretty ballsy decision to make. And Alexi starts to realize this doesn't feel right. Oh, there's one. He finds Tabson on that lurk. And this could all fall apart now unless they get this trade. They're not able to find him yet. Finally, Keto comes in with that kill. And now the bomb's going to go down up here on A with the rotations both coming in through CT from OG.
Absolutely juked, dunked on by Big, but can they get it over the line? Can they clean up the round? Oh, back of the head hitbox. Finally, Nico turns and Keto will dish him some death. It's only Mantu in a 1v2, and he's gone past the kit as well. Some damage to Keto, who's on for the ace, but Mantu's not being given a fair fight right now. Pistol swap, and Mantu is just hoping to hunt, but Tizian should be able to peek with his teammate, and this one is everything but done. Oh, Keto dropping smokes. Oh, smoke shot, knife out. It's getting scary. It's getting crazy. And it's an almost guaranteed round for Big at this point. No time for the defuse. Mantu gets out there with his armor. But that's a really, really nice call from Big, right? You could see when they had two players trapped and connected, Tabson was out mid. He almost tried to fight Nico there. But then the call comes in. Actually, we know there's two con, like you said, Harry. Why not just try and find that one guy on his own? It's exactly what they do. They walk through B, they flank Alexi, they trade the kill, and then with the bomb down, there's so little chance for OG to win the round. Very weird one, but exciting nonetheless. And Big take the pistol and try and continue with the momentum that they lost near the end of the first half.
Heavy long presence here from OG, hoping that that's where Big head with these rifles. Not looking like the decision right away. Instead, they're looking for middle, and they're trying to flush out any of these connector players. Mantu, the 1 P250 isn't checked by Searson, who walks right over him. Now it is traded immediately. And if Big get a move on, they have a free B bomb site. If they decide to dilly-dally down in the connector, this long flank could do damage.
Ooh. Spotted, but you got to open the door. Can they kill Tizian? Oh, he's lining up nades. It's a freebie, and they've even got another up in manpower, but not up in the weaponry, as these other two players come down connected to try and field themselves some weapons. Guns retrieved. Tabson gets aggressive, trying to close it out before they can arm, but Xantares has already killed Issa. Smoke can come down. Tabson peels off, and now, well, OG may as well just save, right? Like, this one's done. There's no kit. There's no chance. Smoke in their face. They're going to leave with the weapons.
It's a good round though, right? When you think about what was invested, there was 1 P250 bought up in that round for OG, and they get out of it having taken away 4 guns from Big and saved an AK and Galil on these two players. OG were always looking to buy next round anyway, right? They full ecoed this one, and so getting guns out of it, making all these reinvestments, all 5 players having to reinvest on the side of Big. OG are in a really good spot now, actually, on the back of that little USP stack.
And Nico is nailing headshots right now. He's top of the server despite being on the losing end so far. And yeah, just being able to kind of flex and show his worth and show his individual prowess. That's a lovely kill onto the short player. And yeah, good stuff for Nico. Obviously, only played the DreamHack Masters qualifiers just the last couple of days. They got 1 win, they got 2 losses. But early days for Nico still in this team. Tizian fasting con. The molly does miss though. He wanted to run towards a door, but it bounces. Does spot the jump. Spams to keep OG away from doing it again, but Nico is still in connector, and with a nade through the window, he's going to try and peek. At this point, Tizian's already bounded out. He's already run back to spawn as the rest of his team have contacted through Monster. That's a good flash. No one peeks with it, but Tabson shoots in preparation. That gives away the B play.
Yeah, and even more flashes raining over. Alexi able to put up a bit of resistance from barrels, helped out still by Issa, who just refuses to falter over at short. And there it is, the cleanup for OG. 8-10, and now in with a real chance of tying this game up. Those economy woes exemplified now by the fact that that follow-up round is taken by OG, and all the money is just immediately bombed out for Big. You know, it felt like it was going to happen, especially after having to reinvest across the board. And yeah, I love that flashbang. You know, that's a good example of, like, you know, your flash isn't for a play. It's not to blind anyone to get you a kill. It's like an info flash, right? You throw it, you get the spam, and now you know, well, there's players Monster ready to go, ready to get into this B bomb site. Nice deagle from Tabson, has dealt with Nico early on in this round, and with an M4 retrievable at long. Armor on Tabson as well. That's something to work with in a round like this.
Yeah, a lot of info gained by Tizian, who sees him escape to the site. So while he's still clearing corners and being vigilant, you're pretty aware that OG are backed up. He dinks Mantu with a deagle through the wall to 11. Not the kill, though. And Mantu sat back along, even re-aggressing somewhat. He needs some cover from Alexi B, who's playing on a timing that could still leave Mantu to get swung here on the corner. They're going to check it. No armor is a problem, as Xantares is going to trade, and the bomb has been spotted by OG. They've got everyone here on this A side right now. They are more than ready. Smoke's coming in, Molly's land, and that's a beautiful shot for Alexi. Tabson needs some more D kills, and Torres needs to make this M4 drop worthwhile. But his teammate's gone, and he's been swung by Alexi to find 3. OG onto 9, and it was only a force, you know, a bit of a reckless eco for Big, where they try and do the best of what they got. But now one more full eco, and OG should be level-headed.
Nice one. Considering that this was 8-3 in favor of Big at one point in time, this is a pretty decent turnaround from OG, and it's looking like it's only going to get better, right? 10-10 is well within your grasp, because it is just a full eco round now for Big. Oh, they all brave the molly over in middle. That's rough.
Yeah, and Big, you know, running up long, already been called. OG know it.
Nico is them. Is this the Nico spray down moment? Nico, here it is. Pad them stats, get the ace. Oh, get it, Nico. Get it. All 5 belong to Nico. 10 on the board for OG, and he gives us a little flip, a little 360 in there to make it exciting. Yeah, that's the Nico we're talking about.
Wow.
Yet to unlock him.
Oh, dinked, and then just whoop, trick shot. Doesn't get
John
much,
Wick or something.
Yeah, doesn't get more stylish than that. OG are believing now, right? Like, now they've got the money. So many games of Overpass can come down to that CT money just getting out of control. If they can keep clean rounds and take a couple here with the guns, things can get awkward. Things could really get awkward. Valdi's pushed through. No one's watching. He's walked right past the orb. 4x3. He's going to kill Zantares, and Searson flicks for the trade. How does Valdin not see him? He walked right by Searson, and Zantares is going, wait, why haven't you got my back? Oh, boy. That is not how I expected that to go. That could have been a double down for Valdi, but you take a 1-for-1. It could have gone worse as well. Flashed up, Searson with a shot, catches Issa.
Can anyone see Searson?
No.
There we go, Mantu can. Man's got the gift. He spots out the ghostly Orpa on the other side and leaves us in a 3-on-3. Big, well, they might have been looking at this B bomb site as a tantalizing prospect early on. Is this where they're destined to go? That bomb is over in connector. Tizian now looking to join it, but Mantu with a short peek. Looks like he's just going to miss the timing on these players leaving into the connector.
Someone who will catch them is very nearby. Oh. Oh, no. He sees the first. He tries to get aggressive to take the kill at that point. Mantu hits a leg through the wall, finishes the job, but he's all that stands. 1-on-2. Now, do you give this a go? Do you really try and trifle with Big in the bomb site? They planted for CT, and he's gone the other way around. That's going to cause problems here on the retake as Big setup in the spawn. And even with the kit for Mantu, with no smoke for the bomb, it might even be called sooner rather than later. Nothing being given his way, and he'd rather save the orb. So it's a sad story for OG, but Big back on the board is a good thing. Keeping things competitive.
There's something that just doesn't sit right with me, Hugo, about Nico coming in after getting removed by Heroic, right? And
Already,
whether you like can agree with the Heroic change or not, right? They removed him because they felt like, no, we'll be better with someone else. So you've got someone in from Heroic recently removed. And he's nuts. He's like hands down the best on the team right now.
Yeah.
And he's not even a part of the team. And he wasn't even good enough to be a part of Heroic in their eyes. You know, well, you know, I'm kind of putting words in their mouth there.
Yeah.
I think everyone knows Nico's a sick individual, but sometimes you just want to re-energize the team.
Just, you know, it was two-man change.
Yeah.
Swapping 2 for 2. Like, that's just, you're looking to completely restructure. You're looking to rebuild from the bottom.
But regardless of that, it doesn't. I want to see more out of the vintage OG boys. I think Valde has been delivering us that since his little disconnect problems.
It's just been very quiet as well. We know he struggles online, but I think at this point that's no longer even an excuse in the world that we live in. So you hope for a little more from him. He's been at the bottom of some criticism as well with OG changes, but for now it's a faster B approach. OG, oh my, one tap through the smoke. Tizian, how does he do it? No idea, no vision, no problem. It's Issa stuck behind smoke and not there for long. Alexi B is providing everything and more. That's a beautiful little heaven smoke thrown from defaults, and Torres jumps out and the plant is in.
Oh, the swing from tabseN, it looked a little risky, but it does reward him handsomely. Oh, and another, tabseN's just taking the fights. Stop feeding him. Another man about to walk into the crosshair. Alexi does not fare any better, and tabseN gets all 3 of those kills delivered on a silver platter. 12-10, and Big start to take the lead again as that money is now come to a bit of a rough spot for OG.
Yeah, that got sad real quick, right? Alexi kills 2 to open up, and then he's stuck in a 1-on-3. Like, what happened, guys? Where did it all go wrong? That one tap from Tizian onto the barrels, that's a position that, you know, this guy loves. Think back to Tizian's USPs. He's one of those players who has that really weird, like, flick shot where he looks at the ground and flicks up to kill someone at a headshot angle. He uses that on spots like barrels. So, pretty crazy. And, well, he will fire right back from the other side. This was Mantu the previous round getting an exit when he saved that AWP. Didn't really have much value as the AWP got removed from the B site very quickly after all. And Big, 12-10. We talk about that CT money, no longer standing. 3K a player. Gonna have to take a breather and come back in the next. Oh, CSGO. He's got everything. He's got the tricks up his sleeve. He's got the run boost. And now he's got the spawn.
Nico has gotten aggressive down here and connector. And is trying to come in on this late mid backstab. Now, this could be devastating. Nico is at a very, very good timing, and no one is even considering that someone would be this quick in the backlines. But as I say, no one's considering it. Xantares tries to consider it, not really given any room to do so by Nico's Deagle. And at this point, Bigger pints it in. OG know what the game plan is. They've seen players at long. They've cleared out the connector. They haven't heard anything over towards B. And so now they know it's looking like an A play. tabseN going back to try and flush out some of these players in the toilets. Looking for a means to equalize this scoreboard a little bit. Valde is playing ahead of the divider, so tabseN has never got this information that a second man lurks in the bathrooms. And so Valde's backstab gonna find some immediate damage onto Quito. tabseN going back to try and deal with these players on the lurk. He sees the first, tags Valde up, but isn't able to finish the job just yet. There it is, tabseN deals with the players at short. And Tizian's clearing up the bomb site as well. Bigger up onto 13. For a Deague only round, you know, you get a couple of kills. There was definitely an opportunity to take it further than that. But tabseN's aggression back towards short to immediately deal with that problem and leaving the site take to the rest of his team on that long push proves to be a very, very good decision indeed, and gets that back under wraps nice and quickly.
Yeah, that was crazy as well, because not only does Valde get the first, but then Isis and Connector, they're trying to double peek, and tabseN kills both players while Tizian mobs up 2 on the site as well. So, yeah, good stuff for Big, but no idea how he lives to tell the tale. Smoke on the molly on B. OG take water. Flash coming through for the con players, going to go out the door. The smoke is down, and so is Issa trapped in the water. Nico gets one. Valde sprays Quito out of the round, and now Xantares tries to make a move outside of B, or inside rather. Flashes rain in, and they're very good too. He can't escape. If Valde gave him the fight there, he would have certainly had that kill. Instead, he holds off as many players are low HP on OG. And Bigger given a second chance to regroup to decide where they want to go. With things going quiet, OG start to move back. Are they going to rotate a man out? Big haven't left this bomb site. They're just lining up utility. The few seconds of silence makes OG doubt themselves and pull back into a far more passive setup. They're looking to boost, giving away the site.
Yeah, and this spot now for Big is not as dire as it might look. Valde spotted up on the boost, and at that point you know the site is likely empty. Very rarely do you pull that boost in and still have site players, so they move in for free. And this is where these low HP players start to become a real problem. It's gone from a 3-on-4 to a 3v2 in a matter of moments. Big looking to get that bomb down. The molly forces tabseN out of the bomb site and denies that plant for now. tabseN is also playing pushed up in water, so that's something to bear in mind. This bomb could get dropped from the swing of Mantu, and indeed it has. Now that has definitely complicated matters. That is one Molotov forcing a reposition out of tabseN, and him maybe getting a bit too aggressive. Suddenly this round is hanging in the balance. They've got to get this bomb, and a missed shot from Nico has given a little bit of room to CSGO, trying to get it planted. The flash keeps Nico off the angle, and just in the nick of time, he's got the bomb down, now faced with a 1v2, and CSGO, Mansu's right there, missed shot the first time around, I can't afford to miss it on the second, and unfortunately he does. Mansu, will they be able to pick up that round? Oh, just about. OG up onto 11. And it all gets a little bit wild down towards that B bomb site. A little bit uncomfortable for everyone involved.
Yeah, that'll get the heart racing, right? You could have really, if you're OG, cleaned up that round very early on. If they just peeked Monster and killed Zantara's escaping. But OG, they get in their head, Harry. They rotate out of the site. They go for the boost, which, you know, if it finds something and they get to drop off the boost in a 4-on-2, that's great. But as you said, spotted and dropped, and Big given all the room to plant. Thank goodness that Molly gets in the way of things. And a near clutch for CSGO, but not meant to be. OG just above water. Mid Molly is down, and it is successful. Kito's going to have to be forced to smoke it. He is alone on mid. Oh, Valdit watching Zantara's hop his way to safety. And now he's sort of trapped in this corner. He was spotted getting here. Big don't care. They love just contacting out Monster. They've had a lot of success, but Valdi will be able to come in on a very quick flank if no one holds on to the back line. Here's the push. Big are wondering, why is it so free? Why is it so clear? Well, that's why Issa appears from the sidelines and drops the bomb.
Oh, and their chance to get this bomb down is now kind of out the window with this slowdown. Given plenty of time for OG to get into position. And even though they lose Nico, they're still sat a man up. CSGO needs to get something from this wraparound. Dealing with Valda, there's still Issa at short side, and they know about him. They've got him trapped and sectioned off from the rest of his team, but they don't really have a way to convert this to a kill. They don't just want to push him. Instead, they're holding for this swing. Getting the bomb. Looking to get it planted, and the flash denies this re-peek from Issa, so he can't stop the bomb plant. And now a 3-on-3 ensues. Mansu, nor Alexa B have been able to make a move just yet. The utilities held them back. They tried to keep the numbers as pretty as they could. Now with the bomb down, the pressure is on OG. Mansu giving up his position. Will nail that second shot. And almost the follow-up through the wall. The pressure is now on for Tizian. Just CSGO left alive, and another attempt at this clutch. Flash goes over to try and buy him some time, but a couple of missed shots is all it's going to take. There's no kit for the defuse, though, so even though you get all the kills, you don't get the round there. Just taking a little too long were OG to get that retake rolling.
Yeah, you got to give it to OG. A really nice try, right? Like, if Issa just tries to do anything there from short, it's a lost round. He can't peek, he can't stop the bomb, he can't try and bait a shot because he'll get killed by the AWP. And so the fact that, you know, OG even make that close, the fact they even get the kills is impressive enough. Big had a really good position. And good slowdown for Big, despite getting out Monster, losing the first man. They call a break. They hold off, and they wait for OG to start peeking in before the plant. Seeing some strange rounds here. Oh, the boost. Mantu just misses that timing. He did see the cross, but you know at any point there could be a player in playground. Doesn't matter. Tabs instead trying to escape, and that's all the info that they need. They saw him going B, and that's exactly where Big are ending up. Oh, look, another monster walk. OG are more than ready for this. That's a great shot for Zantara's. Nico's still here with a USP. They're relying on the rifles, and where are they?
Oh, Nico's so blind. I don't know how he's still alive. CSGO should see him. As the smoke starts to fade, Nico getting away with it for a moment, but CSGO puts a stop to it. And now Mansu's AWP has dropped as well. This round has gone awry. It's only Issa left in the hot seat. A 1v3 turned 1v2 for Issa. Orb dropped over here as well. He could even look to save it. But at this scoreline, he's hoping for a round. He's hoping that they feed him and they just don't give him any room, anything to work with. Big up onto 15. The orb saved forward as well for CSGO. And they might be finally ready to put this first map, OG's map pick, to bed.
Yeah, Big have had no fear in this game at all, right? From that CT side to start, think about how it was going before the pauses where they were just rushing mid. They were playing 4-man A setups. They were pushing Monster round after round. Yeah, they had no fear. And that's showing as well, even in these post plants, making a lot of risque moves to just re-peek and re-face. But the pressure they're putting on OG is enough. And OG are cracking right now. 15 to 11, 4 more needed for OG Big. Just got to get a 1 to push us over the line into their map pick. And 2, he's looked good on this AWP when he has been in the right position, but Big have done a great job of avoiding him, even in this round, running up long with a Mac-10. Tabson throwing an A smoke, but do you think it's going to be A? You've not been watching. Another contact B for Big, perhaps, on the menu as they walk through the water. Tabson clears the toilets. No flooding here yet. Antu still in connector and Issa with short again. That gives you full sense of security. That makes you think the B is empty. Oh, Xantara spotted leaving. OG have been really good. Mantu specifically catching players leaving positions. Huge amount of info. And the A stack comes in. Tabson trying to take space, but he doesn't know. There's 3 players here. He's got to do something miraculous. There's 1, but caught between a crossfire and 2 players spotted might send Big back down lower.
Yeah, Issa is still pushed up at short side. That's something to remember as Big start to make a move onto this B bomb site. Mantu, they're already in pretty deep, but he does have this angle onto Monster. And if this bomb swings wide, it's getting dropped out in the open. Instead, he crosses safely.
Okay.
Issa peeking through the fire is good to deny the bomb plant, and it is all left on to Tizian. 1 versus 3, and they are everywhere. Already out through the heavens. OG are up onto 12. They keep fighting. They're trying to take this game to overtime. And a 13th should be right around the corner. The money is once again gone for Big.
Yeah. And Issa, very quiet game. Round-winning play right there. Pushes the molly to kill the planter. Valde had to plant on not Valde, whoever planted, had to plant on, I think it was Searson, had to plant on that side of the bomb site, on the pillar rather, because the AWP in heaven had left side pillar on lock, as you said. So nice play for Issa. Very risky, but no one covers the molly. No one would push the molly, right? Or Big have right through it, right through the fire and into the HE instead. Keto down to 7. Very costly on the health, but this is not a round where Big are worried about what they put in. It's more what you get out. It's only Glocks. Nico in the toilet. Cleanup duty for him, and he's been absolutely perfect at doing this round after round. Alexi's coming out to help, and this should be a quick, clean one for OG. No casualties yet, and Nico should keep it that way. Right, 2 chances.
It's a stressful spot to be in.
Yeah.
Like, this isn't plain sailing if you're Big, and that much has been obvious throughout this entire game. You know, they were 8-3 up at one point in time. They reached 15 first. Things are looking good, but OG have always been very, very close to pulling this game back. Also getting a phenomenal game out of Nico, and finally we have a supporting cast of players around him, right? You mentioned Mantu finding a lot of usage out of this AWP, not just in terms of the kills he's been getting, but the information it's been providing, the kind of area denial that it's been enforcing upon Big. And Alexa B as well has been instrumental in these B retakes coming in late. Mantu this time holding on to middle, not making an aggressive play. And he will get forced off the angle thanks to Keto getting out through mid.
Yeah, just going through the motions, right? Molly's down, take a safe position, drop a smoke as you back up. Keep Big from rushing you, essentially, is what Mantu's trying to do. Keeping info at the same time. While that smoke's up, he peeks toilet. You can't remain here forever. You're very open. Oh, they're even coming through the smoke on the fade. Alexi does provide cover, but now Mantu is trapped between a rock and a hard place, supported by a Molotov. Oh, he sees something, but not enough to take a shot. And now they run right by his orb. It's getting scary for Mantu. He needs anything at this point, and he can't land a killing blow. Alexi doing everything instead with a 3rd, and the bomb is now down in the toilet. OG have made this one worth it. Big, they need to pick up the package before they can even consider the killing.
And they at least need a bomb plant in a round like this, or else up against 14, up against overtime, they've got no money left in the bank accounts again. So they want this bomb plant. They want to find it at least. And with a player late up long in the form of Nico, ready to come in late, I don't think he's going to be able to deny the bomb plant. So that's at least a miniature little thing for Big to hold on to here. But he's definitely good for a kill at least. Xantares is not considering it at all. However, Nico has just missed the timing onto that one there. Now aware that both players are in the bathroom, smoke on the bomb. That's going to start to force peeks out from Big. Xantares and CSGO in a very unlikely 2v4, and they know it. That bomb is being stuck. They don't deny the defuse in time. And so OG, they reach 14, one away from overtime on their map pick.
Yeah, when Nico missed that timing, I got a little worried that it could have gotten dicey, but with 4 players with the kit available, with the smoke on the bomb, OG, it's you know, anyone can jump on that one and defuse while there's so much cover. And Big don't even peek on the first tap. They you know, have to hope that it's not a full stick. And Alexi already had it locked in before the second player gets to fight. 14-15, this is interesting, right? If OG can actually do this, get us into OT, despite everything they've had to go through in this game already, that would be more than impressive. Although, you know, if you're an OG fan, in the back of your head, you're sort of hoping they lose, because OG, if they lose their map pick, they're set up to win the series. That's just a consistent factor in this team. Half a joke, half reality. That's the weird one about that. But obviously OG's still looking for that dub, and they'll run away from restarting the clock and giving it a go. Big, like you said, with the bomb plant, can afford just about, but it certainly isn't pretty.
No, not by any means. Nico was pushed up over in middle, but wasn't able to get exploited by the rest of Big. He is still playing up close in the toilets. A ballsy move in a round where, you know, a lot of these players aren't very well armed. Outside of the AWP and the AK, you're not that bothered by what Big are fielding here.
Ooh.
The flash is good for Nico. He's set up nicely by Mantu, but it's only good for one. AWP now finds its way into the hands of Keto. Let's see what he's able to do with it. Mantu back inside of A. Seasoned AWPer. Not going to get that head-to-head just yet, as Big do move back down through the connector. Now looking at this B-bomb site in a last-ditch attempt to save this game from overtime.
Yeah, those double nades give it all away, right? Like OG starts scrambling rotations, but Big have gone quiet off the back of it. They could be walking back up con, say OG. That's not the way. Big walking out Monster instead. They've been very good at this, and there's no one here to stop it. Valde in an off angle. It might be a hard spot to clear for Tabson. He's going to crouch and get caught. Shot in the face by Valde, who needs to get more from this position, but it's one and done. Now up to Issa in the site. He's the only man standing here that can have any say into the round. The smoke's cut him out, though. Nade for the plant. It's going to go deep. It does do damage to Xantares, but the bomb plant is down. Xantares gone through the smoke. Keto responds on this AWP, and it pushes Mantu back out of heaven as Issa closes the gap. Oh, so many missed shots on both sides. Tizian on top of the site, and now it is all on Mantu, who can't find anything. Big 16-14, just about stealing the map away.